Welcome to the demonstration of IBM Business Monitor version 8. Our scenario today is around a fictional mortgage lending company called Better Lender. Better Lender has recently been collaborating to analyze the state of their business, and performance and profitability don't seem to be as expected. This has brought forward some issues, concerns, and questions. Based on their analysis, firstly, Better Lender needs to gain more visibility into their loan processing and its impact on their business success. Next, they're hearing a lot of complaints from managers regarding a large number of loan failures. They need to verify this perception and minimize the loan failures if they exist. Also, they think that loan approvals may be taking too long. They want to know where the delay is in their overall process. Lastly, the manual reports they are pulling shows a large number of compliance errors, but they aren't able to correlate what might be causing them. So Better Lender has decided to start a project that will enable them to gain more visibility into the state of their business. They want to understand what is going on at an executive level with meaningful KPIs, critical to the bottom line of the business, and they want to be able to drill down to understand why there are so many loan application failures, compliance errors, or what the underlying causes of process performance issues are. Now, in order to accomplish their goals with the help of IBM Business Monitor, Better Lender needs to gain an understanding of their process, the key performance indicators or KPIs, the metrics, and the business questions at hand. The team then sets out to build a monitor model. A monitor model defines the KPIs, metrics, and other details such as event sources. Once the model is created, in the Business Monitor Development Toolkit, it is then deployed to the server and a dashboard is automatically generated. The team then logs in and can customize the dashboard. Let us now view Better Lender's business dashboard. A dashboard, which is what you see here, is composed of one or more pages where each page is composed of one or more widgets. The whole purpose of the dashboard is to be able to present information processed by the monitor model to business users in a way that is meaningful to them and that will allow them to analyze business problems and take actions. In our demonstration, we'll see the following pages: the Business at a Glance page, Business Alerts page, New Loan Applications, and the Reports and Analysis page. Here, first you see the Business at a Glance page. This page summarizes the state of the business at an executive level using meaningful KPIs. Here, what you see is the diagram widget. This is a highly customizable widget that can display any image on your dashboard that shows visual cues for chosen KPIs in real time. In our case, chosen KPIs are the number of completed loans, the number of new loans, and the number of loan failures and exceptions. These are the KPIs that are critical to the bottom line of Better Lender. You can quickly see that the target number of completed loans isn't being met, and the number of loan failures and exceptions is also high. The second widget we see on this page is the KPIs widget. This displays the target and current status of each KPI in a colorful gauge image. Again, this is customizable in terms of how you want to view the data, and there are some built-in options to quickly change the display type. Now, as a manager viewing this information, you may want to change some of these targets based on the real-time information you see here. To do this, we'll change the month-to-date total amount of loan applications target, which is currently set to 6. We'll click on the KPI properties. This brings up the KPI properties window. We'll click on the Range tab and then change the target from 6 to 7 and hit OK. The change is immediately reflected in the widget. So in summary, on this page, you saw the KPIs that affected the bottom line of the business presented in a very visual way. Note that you decide what KPIs are important for the business, what KPIs are visible to which user, and what format to display the KPIs in. Next, we'll view the Business Alerts page. This will take us from a more high-level view of the Business at a Glance page to a little more in-depth view of the loan application process performance. The Business Alerts page provides a diagram of Better Lender's loan application process, a list of alert notifications that are specific to loan application failures, and a list of active loan instances. From this page, you identify the problem in the process diagram, analyze the list of loan failure alerts, and associate the loan failure alerts to active loan instances. So you can see the problem and then also dig down to retrieve more information as to why it occurred. In the diagram widget, you can see the high-level process flow of a loan application at Better Lender. As you can see, after the loan application is received, it goes to the automated loan setup sub-process where all of the required documents and fees are processed. Then the loan goes to the process validator sub-process and the underwriting sub-process at the same time. The loan only goes to the closing sub-process when it's finished both of these sub-processes. From the closing sub-process, when it's finished, it goes down to the funding, post-closing, and shipping sub-processes. Each sub-process has certain expectations that must be met in terms of average processing time. When a sub-process is not performing according to the expectations defined, it turns red. A red process box on the diagram is a strong visual indicator that a problem exists. On the diagram, underwriting needs attention because it goes beyond the expected average underwriting processing time. On the previous page, we learned that the target number of completed loans wasn't being met. Perhaps the target isn't being met because of processing delays in underwriting. The next widget we'll examine is the Alerts widget. This is where you view alert notifications of predefined business situations. An example of a predefined business situation for Better Lender is when estimated fees surpass actual fees by more than a certain percentage. So a fee compliance alert notification is generated as you see here. Remember, you define the criterion that will fire off the alert, and that can be changed dynamically in the Alert Manager widget. How you receive the alert is also configurable. It might just be a dashboard alert, a cell phone alert, an email alert, a pager alert, or you might have your dashboard visible in the iPhone or iPad and view the alerts and read and forward the alerts or comment on them all in real time. If you remember, one of Better Lender's goals was to minimize the occurrence of these loan application failures. However, you've seen in the previous page that for this month, the goal wasn't met. Let us now review some of these alerts. When we click on these alerts, it gives us more information regarding the alert, such as the body showing the loan was assigned to Loan Officer Robert Gump. If we click on a few more of these, we can continue to see that the alerts are being fired off of loans that are assigned to Loan Officer Robert Gump. Next, we'll view the Instances for Active Loan widget. In Business Monitoring, an instance is a specific construct of data that IBM Business Monitor processes. In our case here, a specific loan application equates to an instance. The widget gives us a detailed view of each instance and the metrics that pertain to it. This is, of course, configurable, so you only see the data that makes sense, and each user can log in to change what they see. You can also configure it so that some users may only see the subset of information, such as if a manager belongs to a group for the Western region, they only see the loans for the Western region. Now let's go back to the alerts. If I click here on Alert Sources, you can see that the Instances widget updates to show the process instance associated with the alert. So now I can see all of the metrics and information associated to the instance that caused the alert in order to dig deeper. So by correlating the alerts to actual live instances, we've discovered that most of the compliance fee failures were caused by loans that Robert Gump handles. Next, we'll view the new loan application page. After reviewing the alerts, you have two main concerns: underwriting performance, which showed red, and fee compliance failures based on the alerts fired. Now we'll investigate the poor underwriting performance and determine why there's so many fee compliance alerts. Let's take a look at the KPI views for month-to-date loan exceptions. Here you can see that the fee compliance KPI is above the threshold. This is consistent with our previous findings about loan failures and errors. Now we will configure the KPI history for the month-to-date fee compliance failures to trace the behavior of its values so that you have some historical data to analyze later. We'll go ahead and click on the History and Prediction, and then we'll select Track Historical Data for this KPI, and we'll do that retroactively for 1 month, and select Replace Existing History Data with this information, and hit Calculate. We can also see an Instances widget on this page. The Instances widget displays a list of all new loans. Previously, we found that Loan Officer Robert Gump had the highest number of fee compliance failures. So let's filter by this loan officer. We'll go ahead and hit Filter. And in this case, I'll type in Robert Gump. And when I hit Enter, it filters the list. In this sorted list, notice that the loans belonging to the employee Robert Gump appeared to be very large amounts, also called jumbo loans. Better Lender Management knows Robert Gump to be a new employee, and it's not normal procedure for a new employee to own jumbo loans. Next, we'll drill down into one of Robert Gump's jumbo loan instances to get more information. As a result of viewing more information about his loans, you can confirm that his fee compliance is indeed outside of the expected targets. And you can get a little bit more information about the loan that he's working on. You can now take corrective action and also set up alerts proactively to handle loan failure rates rather than reactively. Lastly, we'll review the Reports and Analysis page. From the Reports and Analysis page, you can view reports about Better Lender's business performance and export the information to create a PDF or spreadsheet. Using the Report Viewer and KPI History and Prediction widgets, you can also analyze performance data in many ways. Note that this is running on the built-in Cognos that ships with Monitor. Let's view the first widget here called Monthly Total Amount of Completed Loans. On the Business at a Glance page, you saw that the month-to-date amounts weren't as expected. The annual amount of completed loans is Better Lender's most important performance indicator. However, it's important that monthly goals are met to have a satisfactory year-end performance. This Report Viewer widget provides information about the total amount of completed loans for each month. Here you can gain an overall insight into how the company is performing each month. You can see the actual amount of completed loans for each month by hovering over each data point on the graph, and the hover text displays the actual amounts. As with KPI widgets, you can change the chart type. You simply right-click, change the display type, and you have some options. You can also print this snapshot of the report by selecting Actions, clicking on Export to PDF or any other format that you prefer. Now let's review the KPI History and Prediction widget called KPI Analysis. This widget enables you to analyze KPI values over time and predict how future values might trend. For example, you want to know how the total amount of completed loan KPI performed in the past, given that it's not doing well today. Currently, the widget shows the KPI history of this KPI over a period of 1 year. You can modify the time frame by choosing the fixed interval buttons at the top, or by choosing a start and end time from the selectors. In addition, you can change how frequently you show the data points, daily, weekly, or monthly. Here we're specifically interested in the daily KPI values since the beginning of the year. When the page is in edit mode, you can modify the widget settings and select which KPI to display, which prediction model to use, and how much history to see by default. Using the KPI History and Prediction KPI Analysis widget, you can predict the trend of the KPI values. When the KPI prediction is configured and data is available, the predicted values are displayed as discrete points on the graph. Remember, in the back end, this is utilizing Cognos capabilities that ship with Monitor. Lastly, let's scroll down to see the Report Viewer widget called Loan Analysis. In this report, you can see there's a measure on the x-axis and dimension on the y-axis. A measure is a calculation that's based on raw data. A measure points to a metric, such as a loan amount, and specifies an aggregation function, such as an average or sum. Measures distill instance information into useful information, such as average loan amount or number of total loan applications. We can use this report to drill down and view individual performance of loan officers and correlate them to the overall loan process. So let's first drill down by loan officer. This shows how the loans are distributed among the loan officers. As you can see, Gerald Mander has the most amount of loans. Next, we'll drill down by lending process state. For each officer, you see the distribution of their loans based on the status of each loan. Gerald Mander has the most applications in the process validator and underwriting state. So this report gives us the ability to drill down and slice and dice the data to really understand where the delay is so you can take more effective action to improve performance and profitability. So in summary, by using the Business Monitor dashboard, Better Lender was able to gain more visibility into their loan processing and its impact on its business success through KPIs, measures, metrics, and reports. They were able to confirm that they were not meeting their target on loan failures and had a high number of fee compliance errors. They were further able to correlate these and drill down to understand the underlying causes. At the beginning, Better Lender suspected that loan processing was taking too long, but they didn't know what to improve. By monitoring their overall business process, they were able to understand that the underwriting process was taking too long. and they were able to drill down by loan officer to understand what might be causing these delays. This concludes our demonstration for today. Thank you.